Hi friends! This week in math we're going to be talking about symmetry, and we've talked a little bit about symmetry in the classroom. We know that symmetry means we're talking about shapes are the same. We always remember the word same. So when I'm talking about symmetry, they're the same if I fold them. So if I fold these two sides on top of each other, they match up. They might be the same if I turn them. So see, I turned it and the shape looks the exact same. Or it might be the same if I slid it to somewhere else on my worktop. So today's lesson is really going to focus on when we flip our shape and they match up. When I fold them in together, do both sides go to the same spot? And we talked about this in class, like looking in a mirror. So when I'm looking in the mirror and I move my hand, my reflection moves their hand also. They have to do the same thing. So Miss Private took some pictures of things around her house that have symmetry, where if we were to fold them and flip them over, the two sides would be the exact same. And I showed you that by drawing in the line of symmetry. So that's the line where I fold my shape on so that both sides match. Your shape might only have one line of symmetry, only one spot where we can fold it and it's going to match, or it might have more than one. I can fold this shape down here, this flower, and it matches also. You can see both sides go to the same spot. So let's take a look at some of the objects that have lines of symmetry in them. So now that we've seen some objects that have symmetry in them, they're the same on both sides, I'm going to introduce you to our game. Now today you can go on your own symmetry hunt around your house, or you can play this game just like I am going to show you. So you're going to need a line down the center of your playing area. So maybe you're going to play on the floor, or maybe you're going to play on a table. I used a ruler because I know it's nice and straight, or maybe you can put a piece of tape down so that it doesn't move when you're playing. And then you're going to need some objects to use that you have many of that are the same. Because remember, what I'm going to do to one side, I have to do to the other. So if I don't have a matching piece, my game's not going to work really well. So maybe you're going to use coins, maybe you're going to use some blocks like some Lego blocks, maybe you're going to use some art supplies. I have some popsicle sticks, and these will all work well for our game, and there's so many more ideas that you can use as well. So the first person is going to start on one side of the line, and they're going to make a design over here. So if I'm going to use my coins, I'm going to pick a spot to put it, and then maybe I'm going to put my quarter on top of my loonie, and we remember these from our coin week. And maybe I'm going to put my nickel out here and my dime right beside my nickel. And then your partner is going to repeat the same design on the other side so that when we flip it over, they would match. So I'm going to look at my loonie, and I'm going to need another loonie. And I'm going to have to put it on the same spot along the line so that if I were to fold it over, it would match. Next, I'm going to need a quarter. So I'm going to put my quarter right here. Now, in the space between the loonie and the quarter, I have my nickel. So I'm going to find a nickel from my nickel pile, and I'm going to put it on there. And we can already tell that if we were to flip this over, they would line up right on top of all the other coins. And the last one that I need is my dime with a sailboat. And it's going to go right beside my nickel, pointing out. And you can see that's a great reflection. There's some really good symmetry going on here. Then the next person gets to do their own design. So I'm going to try with our blocks. So I'm going to do a green block, a blue block, a purple block, and then on top of that, I'm going to put a yellow block and an orange block, and then let's do another blue block right at the side there. Looks like a triangle that I've made. So now your partner needs to do the same on the other side. So I know I have a purple block here, so I'm going to need a purple block over there. And I'm going to make sure they're at the same spot so that when I flip it over, it's going to perfectly match. Next, I'll need my blue block and then my green. Now, if I keep building my triangle up, my next layer has an orange and a yellow. So I have my orange and my yellow. Now, if I put them like this, if I were to flip them over, would that yellow land on top of the yellow on the other side? No, it would land on top of the orange, so I know it's not in the right spot. So I'll have to flip them. So now I can check it, and if I flip it over, my line of symmetry works. They're going to land right on top of each other. And last is my blue block. And you keep going back and forth and each doing new designs for your partner to make again. So if I was going to use my popsicle sticks, I'm going to make a pretend fence. So on the other side, I need to do the same thing. I need to have 3 popsicle sticks sticking out away from my line of symmetry because these go away. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And they're touching the line of symmetry at the same spot on both sides. Now I need 2 more popsicle sticks to go on the middle and on the top of my pretend fence. So if I put a popsicle stick right here, see how close it is to the line of symmetry? Is there another popsicle stick on this side that is very close to the line of symmetry? No. So I know I didn't put it in the right spot, and I just want to change it and move it. So that looks much better, and then one on top. And you can see I've made many designs and many shapes, and if I were to flip them over, they match. So you can try it yourself at home. Good luck, friends!